Most local business websites already have proof, reviews, a photo gallery, and it still is not bringing in calls. Here's why. Proof does not work just because it exists. It only works when it answers a doubt someone already has in their head. Having proof is not the finish line. It is raw material. What matters is where you put it and what doubt it is supposed to kill. I'm Ray Albert with Milford CT Marketing. On this channel, we fix the parts of a local business website that quietly kill calls. By the end of this one, you will know exactly what proof is supposed to do on your site and where it belongs. And if you do not have a website yet, stay with me. This still matters. Whenever you build one, this is exactly what turns a stranger into someone who trusts you enough to call. Here is the mistake almost every local business site makes with proof. They treat it like decoration. A few stars up top, a review widget somewhere in the middle, maybe a trusted byline with no names attached. But a visitor does not scroll your site looking for decoration. They scroll with real doubts already running in their head. Proof only works when it answers one of those doubts directly. A star rating with no context does not answer anything. It just sits there. So before you add any piece of proof to your site, ask what doubt it is supposed to kill. If you cannot answer that, it is not proof. It is filler. Most reviews on local business sites look like this. 5 stars. Great work. That is not nothing, but it is not doing much either. It has no name, no location, no problem being solved. It could be about anyone. Now compare it to something like this. Called on a Saturday about a leak under the sink. Someone was at my house in Milford within 2 hours and fixed it right the first time. From a homeowner in Milford, Connecticut. See the difference. The second one answers real doubts. Will they show up fast? Will they get it right the first time? Do they actually work in my area? Add names, add a location, and add the specific problem that got solved. That is what turns a generic star rating into something a visitor actually believes. If you only have a handful of reviews right now, do not wait for 100 of them. Take the best 2 or 3 and give them the context they are missing. A lot of business owners have good photos. They just dump them into one big gallery with no order. Picture a deck builder with 50 photos from different jobs all mixed together. Half-finished frames next to finished decks next to a photo of a truck. A visitor has to dig to find anything useful. Now picture the same photos organized differently. A finished deck section sorted by style. A before and after pair from the messiest job on the list. A close-up of a railing that shows the quality of the work. That is the difference between photos that just sit there and photos that sell the job before you say a word. Organized by service, by result, and by what builds confidence, not by the order you happen to take them. If a photo does not show a service you offer, a result you are proud of, or something that removes doubt, it does not belong on the homepage. Save it for a project gallery further down the site. Here is something most business owners miss. Proof does not work the same way at every point on the page. If you show reviews and photos before a visitor even knows what you do, they do not mean much yet. There is nothing to attach that proof to. But once someone understands your services, your service area, and what working with you looks like, the same proof hits differently. Now a review is not just a compliment. It answers the exact doubt they are starting to feel right at that moment. So the order matters. Explain what you do first, then bring in the proof, right when the visitor starts wondering if they can trust you. Put proof too early, and it gets ignored. Put it at the right moment, and it does the job it was meant to do. Now, what if you are just starting out? No stack of reviews, no years in business to point to? I get this one personally. Before I did marketing, I ran a handyman business. When I started, I did not have a wall of reviews either. What actually built trust in those early jobs was not proof in the traditional sense. It was being clear about what I was doing, showing up when I said I would, and explaining the work in plain language. Explain your process step by step so people know exactly what happens after they call. Be specific about your service area instead of staying vague. Show real photos of work in progress, not just polished after shots. None of that requires 10 years in business. It just requires being clear about what people can expect. Before you go anywhere, look at your own site right now. Find one piece of proof sitting on it, a review, a photo, a badge, whatever you've got. Then tell me in the comments what doubt that piece of proof is actually supposed to answer. If you cannot answer that in one sentence, you just found your first fix. Proof does not work because it exists. It works because it answers a doubt at the right moment. If you want the full layout for where proof belongs on your homepage next to every other section, I put together the Call Ready homepage blueprint. The link is in the description below. Grab it, walk through your own homepage, and see how many of these doubts you're actually answering right now. Thanks for watching the Call Ready website show. Subscribe because next up we're getting into service pages and why one good one can outperform your entire homepage.